South Africa's wealthiest woman, Wierzycka, has filed an urgent application in the South Gauteng High Court. She's seeking an interdict against Lodidog's director Wierzycka Manyi over what she calls defamatory social media posts. The row started over Wierzycka's comments in an interview to CNBC Africa that she was willing to pay President Zuma to step down. Tweeting the link to that interview, Wierzycka Manyi said it was financial terrorism and must be investigated. The Twitter war that started there has now ended up in the court. Wierzycka wants the courts to direct Manyi to issue an unconditional apology and retract on social media. Manyi says it is an attempt to muzzle alternate views using financial muscle. Wierzycka's company, Signia, has 174 billion rands in assets under management. Let's first listen in to the comment from Signia CEO that started it all. Now, this link was reposted by Wierzycka Manyi when reports of 2 billion rands being offered to the president started doing the rounds.
Absolutely. I would offer him as much money as he wishes to have. I would offer him every immunity under the sun, because I think that the damage that can be done to this country and to this economy in a very short period of time is so much greater than any amount of money that he could possibly want to live out his years.
Here are some of the arguments before the court. Wierzycka says Manyi is targeting her because she spoke against President Zuma and state capture. But Manyi says he's only resisting endeavors to have a democratically elected president bought off. Signia CEO says Manyi's statements seek to resuscitate racial divides. Manyi argues that it's the applicant who is objectifying black people as commodities to be bought and sold. Wierzycka alleges that Manyi's posts amount to defamation, harassment and hate speech. Manyi says the view that the president should be offered money to step down is the worst form of racial profiling. Wierzycka claims the statements from Manyi seek to stifle her and her constitutional rights. But Manyi counters that it's Wierzycka who was the financial power to bury views that do not accord with her own. And he has no financial muscle to resist that muzzle. Wierzycka believes Manyi's posts are incendiary and an attempt to threaten, intimidate and silence her. Manyi argues that there is no credible instance of harm or threat to harm as a direct result of the tweets. He says there is nothing in the statements that is reasonably capable of inciting violence or the threat of violence. Wierzycka says harassment by Manyi has made her hire security to protect her from the threats. Manyi suggests that Wierzycka must proceed against those threatening her on Twitter. He says that some of her fears are derived from unknown people whispering threatening messages among themselves.